Hey everybody, how are you doing? And thank you for joining me for Say Yes to the Mess. I see we have 0 viewers in here, so we're just going to get down into it. How is everybody doing today? So what are we talking about, you guys? There's a lot to talk about today, and I thought I'd just kick things off. The first thing we're talking about, right? And let's just get straight to it. What is going on with Chrissy Tiegen and that designer, Michael Costello? Now, for those of you guys that don't remember, Michael Costello, I believe, was on Project Runway. He was, hey, what's up, Moni Loves? What's going on, girl? Moni in the middle. What's up? So Michael Costello was a designer back in the day where he was on Project Runway. And he used to make those sophisticated kind of sheer cut out. You remember when the hoe dresses got elevated, right? And I say that with love because everybody loves a good hoe dress, but remember it got elevated and it had like sheer cutouts and whatnot, right? Okay, that's where he got, he was doing Beyonce, he was doing Sierra, he rose to fame because he was dressing. What's up, Jennifer Perry and Life Mission? Hey girl, what's up guys? So he was doing all those dresses that were very, very popular among Black entertainers. And then it started catching on. Anyway, he had a scandal where he got into a fight with another Black designer, calling her the N-word. They were in Mood Fabric Store, I believe, in New York City, and they literally got, what's up, LK? Hey, Black Ivy. Hey, Adrena. What's going on? He got in a fist fight with the designer. This is years ago, right? He called her the N-word. He broke her phone. They filed a police report. Michael Costello left. Now, you guys know that Chrissy Tiegen, right? She's been exposed as a professional troll, John Legend's wife. He came out while the whole world was turning against her. She was losing Macy's. She was using Target. The whole world was turning against her. Michael Costello came out and said, yeah, I too am a victim of Chrissy Tiegen. When I was at my very, very lowest, she told me to get rid of myself and whatnot. I don't want to say it because, this might be a trigger for some people. So I don't want to say the words. And Chrissy was sitting there and I thought it was odd that her response was basically the equivalent of this. I mean, it sounds like something I would have said, but I don't think I said it to you. She was very, very quiet about like the response, really like, So anyway, her camp, right? Hey, Dana, what's going on? Hey, what's up? What's up? Porsha Shakalaka, New York, North Carolina, and Compton. What's up, everybody? Yes, here for the mess. So I'm talking about Michael Costello and Chrissy Tiegen. In case you haven't heard of the updates, there's more stuff that happened. So Chrissy Tiegen was like, this sounds like me. Totally could have been me. But I don't remember saying it to you. And she was really quiet and she couldn't say anything. Now, in that time, a bunch of people came out. Leona Lewis came out and said, like, yo, he didn't want to dress me because he said he was the wrong body type. Falynn Gubadia, yes, that as if there's another Falynn Gubadia. That Falynn Gubadia and came out and said, me too. I was 23. I wanted to be a model. They picked me. But then when I got there, they looked at me like I was trash and said loudly, we don't need you here anymore. And she ran out in tears. And y'all, it's already traumatic. But Falynn is a Taurus. And you know how it is when Taurus get their feelings hurt. They're in their feelings until the day they die. So yes, it would have been hurtful for anyone, but for a Taurus, that was just like a shot to the heart. All these people are coming out. Tammy Roman from Basketball Wives came out and said, yeah, they didn't want to dress me either. There was a mom and aunt that was going to pay $10,000 for a dress. And they were like, yeah, we don't think it's going to look right on the skin tone. Also, this messages, I think on messages, where he called the person an N-word online, Michael Costello tried to say that it was Photoshopped. Well, I'm getting to the point, y'all. He might know a thing about Photoshop because Chrissy Teigen's camp has finally hit back and was like, guess what? And it was an expose on Business Insider when they said those the DMs that he had between Chrissy Tiegen when Chrissy Tiegen was like, end yourself. They're saying that it was Photoshop, that it was fake. Again, Chrissy Tiegen has done some horrible things. Sometimes I like her. Most of the time she gets on my nerves, right? But for the most part, I'm like, whatever, she's harmless. When she did that stuff about cyberbullying, everybody believed it. But again, Chrissy Tiegen is wrong a lot of times, but she was right allegedly, and going after that racist. Because it seems like he is a stone cold racist. He is a stone cold colorist. He is a stone cold hippist because he hates women that have hips. But he is a lot of things. And say what you want about Chrissy Tiegen. She wasn't wrong. And even in the DMs that he exposed, she was like, he was like, Chrissy, let me just, explain and like whatever. And she's like, whatever, racist, save it, because she knew. Now let's talk about how she was exposed. Hey, Tash Grant, let's say some hi to some people. What's up, Lethal Jenkins? Thank you so much, Mama. Adrian, I already said, what's up, Lily? Lily, how'd your interview go? How'd your interview go, babe? Lethal's Team Taurus, right? Tosh Grant, I believe them too. Listen, they're saying his messages were photoshopped. You're right. Yes, he is a hippist, Tosh. He is a hips. He don't like anybody that's got hips, butt, booty, and he don't like anybody under 5'7". So, you know what I'm saying? Yes, one thing about Chrissy, she can't stand a racist. She better not. That's the thing about Chrissy Tiegen. She could be horrible, but she's not horrible. I feel like we dogpile on her, but let me stop defending her, because every time I start to defend her, she does some dumb shit where I'm just like, oh, Chrissy. You get mad that you opened your mouth to defend her, because then she does something, you're just like, oh my God, right? That's why Eva Marcel getting in a fight supporting Michael. Let me tell you something about Eva Marcel. I read about that and I was like, Eva Marcel, nappy-headed hoe, Eva Marcel, colorist, perhaps, allegedly, Eva Marcel. Why are you defending Michael Costello? Honestly, I'll be honest with you, right? If one of my friends was accused of being colorist or racist, unless I birthed you with my own body, I'm not defending you. And especially if you're not Black, that is your fight. That is your fight. If you're not racist or you're not colorist, then you should be able to explain that on your own. Now, people get disrespectful with them. I'll back it up like you no need to take low blows, focus on the issue. But it's still like, girl, that's your fight. Go ahead and explain to the people that you're not racist. Because right now, I'm a little confused too. Because we all know from racism, colorism, even misogyny, if you're not Black, down to sexual harassment, down to anything, someone can be a perfect angel to one person and treat somebody else like crap. If you are saying that true, you might not have been racist to me, but I'm going to need some proof that you weren't racist to the other person. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know why Eva's getting involved. What's up, dear Dana? How are you? Listen, yes, Chrissy, Adrena, you hit it. Hey, Lily Love, what's going on, Mama? Chrissy does have diarrhea of the mouth, which is why I stay out of it. But let's go into why they're saying that it was, right? That's the thing, Harlotta. She does tell it like it is. But sometimes she goes too far. It's just like when she was talking trash about that little girl that was like 9 or 11 that won that thing. And the little girl was like, pronounce my name right, which is the basis, right? Oddly enough, I'm talking about this when I can't get anybody's name right. But if I was on a national stage, of course I would take the time to be like, how do you say the name? How do you say the name? And Chrissy was like, oh, she's arrogant, and was talking trash about a little girl that was 9, 10, or 11. So maybe, and I don't know why I didn't like the vibes I got from that. So I'll tell you the truth. I just don't like the vibes I get from Chrissy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't defend her, but I leave her alone. Because I look at her for the most part as harmless, right? Eva needs to read the room, but Eva, it makes sense. I don't know why she's defending that guy. Maybe because he gave her a chance. It's weird, right? Yeah, exactly. I don't know why. Maybe Eva wanted to have a moment, right? Maybe you didn't tell me how your interview went, Lily. Don't discredit other people's lives experience. Yes, exactly, Tosh. That's why even sometimes when y'all have told me to have several seats before I curse y'all out, because that's my first intention, but then I'm like, shit, let me go see what everyone's talking about, because just because I didn't experience doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, even y'all had told me, just like when y'all were like, don't listen to Be Love. And I was like, okay, well, I said he has a good podcast, but I literally listened to like 3 podcasts and I only listened to snippets, right? But I know how to have a seat. So, Eva needs to learn how to have a seat, right? She needs relevancy for her new show. That might be it. Wait, but isn't Eva on Dish Nation, or did she leave Dish Nation? No, but here's the thing. Anisha, I completely agree with you, but we have to take into account Chrissy Teigen's age. Chrissy Tiegen is not 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Y'all, and this is no excuse because it's like old people that maybe say off the key racist things they need to learn. Chrissy Teigen is from the generation where saying go yourself was like saying go play in traffic or get out of here. It really didn't have the weight that it has now. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not making excuses for her, but I am saying that back then, that's like when people used to call somebody like the R word, like, oh, or they would call somebody mental disability slurs, or they would call, do you see what I'm saying? It's not right, but it used to be like a dismissive thing, right? Like go kick rocks. And now that people are really, really paying attention to mental health, words have power. But just know that Chrissy Teigen is one of those things when you tell somebody to do that, you don't expect them to do it. And it really was a dismissive thing people said. Do you know what I'm saying? No, here's the thing. I do believe that things should be sensitive. We need to learn. I've even had to learn words have power. I'm not saying we should walk around being offensive to people. But when people say stuff like that, you kind of have to look at their age, that they are, the generation they grew up, to actually see the power behind those words. Now, if she continues to say it, all right, Chrissy, we have a problem. But do y'all see what I'm saying? Like, we have to look at how old she is. And back then, saying that was not the insult that you think it is. Just like back then, calling somebody a RET, a mental disability slur, it was mean, it was whatever, but it didn't have the weight it has now, where people are like, oh, what is wrong with you? Why would you ever say that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? I thought this nation was for Porsha's maternity. Oh, was that what it is? Well, Porsha, listen, Adrena, Porsha might be out on maternity leave sooner than we think. So Eva might be back, right? If these pictures are picturing, if that thing is thinging the way it looked like, she might be out for maternity leave again, you know? No, Adrena, I agree. Mental health is important, right? Oh, is it? Listen, mental health is important. We are living in cancel culture, so everything is offensive. But that said, we have to learn, and I think it is something toxic. I do think that we need to learn to be respectful from each other. Just like this, I might say something to you that you find offensive and it hurts you to your soul. Okay, you have to see my intention. However, once you tell me, don't do that again, that shit hurt me to my soul, then it's up to me to be like, all right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, I do think you're a dumbass B, but I didn't mean you're a dumbass B who should yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? So when it comes to cancel culture, you have to make somebody aware that they offended you. But once you made them aware, then it's up to them to get their shit together. I do believe in being respectful. I do believe in calling people what they want to be, how they want to live. I believe in all that stuff. But cancel culture, and that's the thing about cancel culture, nobody that's really problematic is ever really canceled. That's the problem. Cancel culture only seems to work on people that have good intentions. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Listen, Anisha, I'm not talking about her saying it to that girl, Courtney Stodham. We all agree that was out of line. We all agree she was dead ass wrong. We all agree she should be punished for that, right? However, she's 35 years old. When she was in high school, and in that age group, making jokes about somebody themselves was commonplace. You weren't a dark, miserable, mean person to do it. Now, in the society we live in, of course you are. And she was wrong. I'm not talking about that. You see, somebody can be perfectly horrible, but you still have a point. I'm talking about the shit that she said to the racist Michael Costello. Listen, I was behind, like, yes, Chrissy, go in and tell him 6 other things. But this is my whole point, too, with the Chrissy thing. Let me get back on point. Chrissy, I'm pulling up the text. Chrissy, didn't say that stuff to Michael. Michael Costello lied about all that because he is a liar. Because most racists are homophobes, are misogynists, and are liars, and are usually horrible people, right? So here's the thing. Let's see. Here's how we know. This is the proof, and this was written up in the Business Insider, right? Chrissy Teigen's team is pushing back against bullying claims made by designer Michael Costello. Out of the stat and a third. Yeah, he was on season 8 of Project Runway. Here's the thing. The images Costello posted, the verified check mark is missing next to Tiegen's name. Verification was introduced to the platform in late 2014, and Chrissy was verified in early 2015, which would seemingly suggest the screenshot was taken in 2014. But there's more. The messages in the images have purple and blue backgrounds, a design change that wasn't implemented until February 2020, at which point the Chrissy Tiegen account was verified. The background color and lack of verification appear to be temporally, time-wise inconsistent. There is a video chat icon at the top of the image, but the video chat wasn't introduced to Instagram until June 2018. You want more? Chrissy's profile picture in the images is the same profile picture she had in 2014, according to archived images of Tiegen's profile. But Chrissy changed her profile picture no later than December 2016, according to archived pictures of her account. The screenshot taken at that time would have shown her current profile picture. Y'all, Michael Costello should have sat there and ate his food. He literally came out and accused Chrissy Tiegen of being a racist, right? Which I do think is the ultimate thing, of course, because I'm Black, right? It's the ultimate offense. You can accuse somebody of all this shit, and you doctored and photoshopped everything, allegedly. It's in the Business Insider. People are waking up. Y'all, Chrissy Tiegen, whatever her name is, Chrissy, John Legend's wife. Say what you want about John Legend's wife. Hey, what's up, babe? My babe's here. What's up, babe? How you doing, babe? We're talking about Chrissy Tiegen, Michael Costello, and the way it's came out that Chrissy Tiegen wasn't wrong. So let me catch you up. Chrissy Tiegen, when Michael Costello was like, she told me that myself. I don't want to say it because, YouTube. And I don't want to get this video pulled down. And Chrissy Tiegen was like, I mean, it sounds like something I would say, but I don't remember saying that to you. Her people came out and said, you know what? There's a reason I don't remember, because apparently those messages were forged. When they contacted Michael Costello to be like, yo, why ain't the mathin'? He literally hit them with a no comment. Y'all, he's been exposed as a liar. And this makes me think he actually doctored when he said, oh, when I called that girl the N-word in the comments, it was Photoshop. It makes me think it wasn't Photoshop. He is a racist. Chrissy Tiegen is a lot of things, but she was right about the Michael Costello thing. And she never told him that himself. Okay, she was wrong for bullying that little girl. I get that, but let's chew the meat and spit the fat off. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Maya? How are you doing, babe? What is going on, Maya? You just snuck in here, my little Libra. What's up, Coco T, my little Libra queen? What is up? No, Andrea, those messages were Photoshopped. Even Business Insider, they had to be. There's no check mark, the background, and also the profile pictures. If he went in and screenshotted those pictures, nothing's matching up. Let's just say he took these screenshots a while back ago. Where's her verification mark? Let's just say that he took them down. Where's the background? It's all a mess. I'm telling you, he Photoshopped him. Listen, why is Eva Marcel defending his behind? Same reason Eva's not on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Eva lacks discernment. Eva always picks the wrong team. Eva, it's odd to me because if I was being accused of being a colorist and I was being accused of being a textualist, right, I would not be sitting here defending a racist. I don't know what she's doing with that. I really honestly don't. Because again, if you have ever experienced any type of racism, discrimination, sexual harassment, or even any harassment, somebody can be a bully and punch you in your face and then go home and be a loving wife, husband, brother, sister, mother, lover, whatever it is. Like, we realize people are nuanced. So unless I know you from the bottom of my heart, if you are accused of a serious crime, you can defend yourself. Now, I'm not going to let you go in and people be calling you outside your name, but you can defend yourself against these accusations. Do you know what I'm saying? It's maybe because I'm Black. I'm like, I'm not touching that. Somebody accused you of being a racist. I am looking forward to seeing your thoughts on the matter. Please give me thoughts on the matter, Oh, thank you, you guys. Listen, please hit the like, comment. You know the deal. Push this up in the algorithm, right? Yeah, she should have ate her food and not compliment. Yeah, Eva's probably modeled his dresses before. Maybe, I don't know, but like, Eva, why would you embroil yourself? And now she's sitting here looking stupid defending a psycho, but whatever. Yeah, maybe she was doing a favor. I hope the favor was worth it. Ooh, my earring. I hope she got compensated. I really, really, really do, right? Maybe they competed for the same jobs. I don't know. It's just weird. But you guys, the moral of the story is Michael Costello is most likely, allegedly, a racist. He's definitely, allegedly, according to Business Insider, Chrissy Teigen's camp and a few other things, been exposed as a liar for the claims he made around Chrissy. So, love her or hate her, she seems to be innocent of this. We're going to keep a good eye on her, but she seems to be innocent of this. Oh, let me put my banner on. Oh, wait, wrong banner. There we go. There we go. Okay. Who's making comments, right? He's problematic. She is weird. I agree, Monila. Hey, Gennaro. Yes. What's up, Gennaro? How you doing? He is super, super problematic. I do believe he's a racist. I think he's a hippist. I think he's an assist. I think he does not like women that are under 5'6" or 5'7" that are shaped like ethnic minority women tend to be shaped, right? Okay. Now, y'all. Are we going to talk about Lala and Carmello Anthony? Are we going to talk about Lala and Carmello Anthony? Y'all. Yes, current. I'm like, current, you are right. Chrissy Tiegen is innocent in this thing. It's like, good job, Chrissy. But before I go and defend her, unlike Eva, Michael Costello, I know Chrissy Tiegen is going to do something else in the next 2 months where I'm going to be like, ugh. So I'm not even going to bother defending her. She's going to mess up in the next 2 months. But on this one, Chrissy, you okay. You got the great end. You went in for a racist. Good for you. Chrissy Tiegen is a lot of things, but she's not racist. So, y'all, let's talk about Dear Dana. What typo? Did I miss something? Who's seeking? He's seeking attention, but I think that he always held a grudge against Chrissy Tiegen, and he probably figured because it was 10 years ago, and she's been telling everybody that themselves, I think he figured like, this will work. But unfortunately, when you fake information, you really need to take, before you hit send, you should really look at your forged documents and say, is there anything not matching, right? All right, y'all, right? Why won't Chrissy be grateful with her baby somewhere? You know what, Adrena, I see what you're saying, but I think Chrissy Tiegen, if I was married to John Legend, is doing exactly what do. She's not a singer. I don't think she wants to get into acting, but she has a mouth on her and people seem to enjoy her. The way she's taken up Twitter, made a profile for herself, really got a bunch of brand deals, lost them all because of her mouth again, right? I don't know. Chrissy's doing what I would be doing, like with my kids. I would be, if I had her 2 young kids and I was married to John Legend, I would be having my lives, bouncing my baby, like, Luna, go get mommy her glass of wine. And like, what's her baby boy's name? Whatever. John Legend Jr., go on out of here. Mommy's doing something. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes. So, current Michael definitely wish he kept quiet because he is being ripped apart. RIP to the rest of his career. And I better not see, but what am I saying? When when Trump was president, there were a lot of people. Speaking of people that defended Trump, did y'all see the way Iggy Azalea murdered Candace Owens, right? Did y'all see that? Let me read what she actually said to her. Let me tell you something about Iggy Azalea. People talk about her all the time, and she is problematic. But like every Gemini, she is always 100% right. And her tweets are powerful. Her tweets are powerful. Her mouth is powerful. She just knows how to clear a room, right? Let me tell y'all something. Candace Owen, where the hell is this? Candace Owen tweeted something about Juneteenth, saying she's just going to celebrate the 4th of July. Yeah, I know. What else is there, right? And Iggy Azalea ate her up. So Candace Owen said, Juneteenth is so lame. Democrats really need to stop trying to repackage segregation. I'll be celebrating July 4th and July 4th only. I'm American. Now, that should have just rolled your eyes because Candace Owens is a goddamn mess. So I've seen her interview with Russell Brand. Candace Owen is extremely smart, extremely nimble. I actually like the way her mind works. I think she has a brilliant mind. However, she suffered very, very heavily as one of the only Black people in her all-white town. She was bullied. It seems like she was alluding to she was sexually assaulted, and she went through a lot of trauma. But the way that she decided to deal with it, and I think she had a bit of a nervous breakdown. She had anorexia. This is just my opinion. It's to start to hate herself and project that onto all Black people. She literally is like an origin story of a villain. She has all the components. I think she's very beautiful. I think she's super smart, but she's been through a lot and she chose to use her powers for evil. So thoughts and prayers to Candace Owens, right? Yes, thoughts and yeah, Candace is a city slicker, Earth Water Co. What you talking about? B said, what's her background? Whose background? Oh no, I think Candace is Caribbean, right? She's a daughter of Caribbean immigrants, if I'm not mistaken. But Candace has a very, very slang thing. So let me tell you how Iggy Azalea popped back. She said, according to this logic, on July 4th, 1776, you would still be enslaved, most likely on the verge of starvation due to all of America's food supply having been prioritized for the war, while you hand sew American flags and struggle to wet nurse some depressed 24-year-old white widow's sickly child until your nipples are chapped and dry, whereafter you will be whipped by her 80-year-old uncle for your own malnourishment and inability to produce milk, then sent to toil over a wood-burning stove, blistering your hands while forced to make peasantly meal of biscuits and gravy. You'll be watched closely by her irate, sunburned, and whiskey-soaked 80-year-old uncle to be sure you do not sneak a single biscuit or fingerful of roux to yourself. After you've watched everyone eat, you will be sent to do the cleaning up. You'll be tasked with brushing the stressed and balding white widow's hair to prepare for her sleeping bonnet, a deep rest in her comfortable canopy bed. Next, your final descent down the stairs and out the back door where you proudly sleep in a bed-bug-infested pile of hay in a 6x4 cabin you share with 4 other slaves. Happy Independence Day, Candace Owens. She cleared. Candace Owens cleared. I don't know why people just don't recognize Iggy Azalea for the brilliant, crazy, problematic mind she is. That said, Iggy Azalea is a Gemini, right? She is a Gemini to her heart. God bless her. She cleared Candace Owens. Cleared her. Yes, she cleared her. I was just like, oh, right? And Candace Owens had, you know, one thing about Candace Owens will clap at anyone. Candace Owens will jump in the conversation talking shit. You know, the only person she doesn't come for every single time Iggy Azalea fixes her lips to focus on her, Candace Owens gets ghost. Candace Owens runs for the hills like she is in Grand Theft Auto, just running. She does not want any parts of Iggy Azalea. Yeah, Earth, Water & Co., a Jekyll and Hyde Gemini to her heart. Yeah, Candace is a beautiful, smart woman, Moni Love. I agree, with a lot of self-hate, right? Yeah, she definitely cleared her out. Listen, Candace Owens was running like Grand Theft Auto, running for the hills. All right, y'all, can we talk about Carmello Anthony and Lala? All right, moving on. What else is there? Carmello and Anthony are like that couple that when they're arguing, everybody just like talks with eye, makes 2 clicks. Yeah. And then you move on. You know, you look at your friend like, yeah, I know, right? Carmello is not even for the streets. Carmello is for the slums. Carmello is for the gutter pipe. Carmello Anthony, so this jump off, well, I don't even know if she's jump off at this point. The girl that he was talking to, that he got pregnant with twins, he was FaceTiming her from his house in his bed. They obviously had a relationship. She got pregnant. She was supposed to get rid of terminate the pregnancy. However, Carmello never left her at the clinic. Bet you he regrets that. Biggest mistake in his life, right? I bet you Carmelo, as Lala was packing up, being like, I'm sick of your shit, but pumping by Beyonce, Me, Myself, and I in the background, right? Just crying, right? Mello, get your shit and let's go. I bet you Carmelo Anthony was just sitting in the kitchen, and you know that things where it's like, you hear the voiceover. You might be wondering, how I got in this situation. And then you see the scene go and rewind. And he's sitting there looking at his phone with his side chick being like, yo, I'm at the clinic. Where are you? And him just putting it down and having another bite of his Lucky Charms, being like, man, I ain't going. I bet you more than anything, Carmello, that was one of, you look back in your life and you're like, if I had anything to do again, I would have chose option B instead of taking option A. I think that's what Carmello's sitting there thinking. So he was supposed to, right? Yes, pumping me, myself, and I. He was just sitting there like, damn, in his mind's eye, I should have really showed up at that clinic, right? So Carmelo Anthony's, right? Carmelo Anthony, Gennaro, you would think, I think she would have. I think if he had met her, right? No, they're not divorced. So remember when she was going to get a divorce and then he won her back and everybody was just like, golf claps, right? They got back together, but apparently recently they've been separated for the last 6 or 7 months, but they ended up getting back together, but they have been separated for the last 6 or 7 months. My guess is because he had the twins. I know what you're saying, Gennaro, about paycheck 1 and 2, but honestly, that's Carmelo's fault. If you know that you have a lot of money and you know people are going to trap you, what are you doing cheating on your wife, having unprotected sex? What did you expect to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, you put your wife, and also you're having unprotected sex. That means that the baby is the best thing that could have happened. You could have actually really caught something and made everybody sick, right? So you're cheating on your wife. You're doing this, you're doing that. You have babies outside marriage, right? You have babies outside your marriage. That's your dumbness. Because what are you doing, right? But even then, the way you treated that girl, the text messages show that the kids were born premature. One of them has to have a stent in their heart. The babies are apparently really, really sick. Carmelo Anthony couldn't be bothered. They were arguing about money, child support. And that's what made me think, right? You know what, when you hear about guys or women treating their exes bad or treating the mother of their children bad and all this stuff, when you hear about that stuff, all it does, besides me being like, you're a piece of shit, right? All it does is actually make me think, good la. Because honestly, people don't treat people like crap and then come home to their wives and children, treat them good. I think that's a fallacy. It's a trope that everybody wants to be, but I don't think it exists. Somebody is not a ruthless, bloodthirsty killer that's doing all this stuff. And then you come home and you're the best husband and best dad. Those dichotomies don't exist. Most likely the traits you use with everybody else out in the world, when you come home, you do that too. This goes for men and women. I don't believe that you can be an angel and treat everybody in the world like trash, but the people you love, you treat good. You might treat them better, but you still treat them like trash. I'm glad Lala is leaving, right? Lala making Carmelo just pay child support to his daughters, her karma. Well, you know what? She's also dating. Good for her. Listen, B, I feel you, but good for her. I'm glad that she is dating. We need to normalize moving on from ain't shit people, whether you are a man or woman. For what? We need to normalize it. We definitely do. Because else, what if not, what message are we sending? That marriage is a sacrifice and struggle and like misery that you literally sign yourself up for the rest of your life? Man, get out of here. If we're married, you better act right. And by act, I mean by a decent person. If you cannot do that, then why are we married? And no, I don't care how much money you have, because, it's that old saying when somebody was like, to like, if the person you're with has more money, don't bite the hand that feeds you. But again, the response, right, that my dad taught me, I'll always bite the hand that feeds me if they're being mean to me or disrespecting me, because I can hunt my own food. I can eat what I kill. I can always look after myself. If the hand that feeds me is also slapping me or treating me, man, it's like, bite that hand. What the hell? I can hunt and kill my own food. Get out of here, Yeah, Lala needs to move on and get... Gennaro is volunteering. Lala, you really need to move on. Come here. Let's talk about it. What Milo do? He ain't shit, right? Listen, Carol, is Lala not likable? What's What's up, Meg Har? What's going on? I don't know if Lala's not likable because honestly, Lala, I used to think that she was like a Gemini or something. Lala stays in and out of different friendship circles and she's friends with everybody. She's friends with the Kardashians. She's friends with Sierra. She's friends with Kelly Rowland and people. And she's able to maintain those friendships even when the other people fall out. So I don't know the girl. Lala doesn't say much. So I don't know if her media personality is likable, but I will say that she is able to navigate a lot of friendships. And that says something, that she keeps all those friendships going and they all love her, even though they themselves all fell out and don't like each other, you know? Oh, Lala's a Cancer. Okay. Well, then that makes sense. That makes sense. If Lala is a Cancer, that makes sense because Cancers are usually able to maintain friendships, but I do feel like she has air in her, or Gemini at least, the way she can juggle multiple friendships, even when those people are arguing. Cancers tend to either triangulate or they take up for whoever they think is right? Okay, let's see. Who said that Lala was creeping with Ludacris? I have not heard that. Who said that, Earthwater? Yeah, if you're going to be single, do whatever you want. It's a party. Hey, it's a party. It's a party. Hey, hey. And listen, coronavirus, and you know what probably did it? Her being stuck in the house with him. And she's like, I don't like you no way anyway. The coronavirus either brought a lot of people together or broke people the hell up. You think Ludacris is a creep? I like Ludacris. Granted, I have not followed Ludacris. I just know him from Get Back. But Ludacris seems like he's fine, doesn't he? He seems like he's funny. What's wrong with Ludacris? Listen, it's because she hangs with Kelly, she hangs with CR. Lala is a chameleon. She hangs with everybody. You know, there's got to be said. Oh, did he? He had a break baby. Oh, Meg, I'm gonna hurt you. Y'all. Okay, so that's Lala and Carmello. Good for her. It's been 11 years. For everybody chasing after professional athletes, I remember when I was at that age where I was like, I had the opportunity to date professional athletes, but I don't watch sports and I don't like sports. So I would never be at games. It's like, to me, I'm like, I'm not going to a football game, hate football, maybe a basketball game, but I don't care enough to know about the game. Do you know what I'm saying? But I do remember the people I know that dated professional athletes and God damn it, like it was too much. It was too much. It was too much. The thing, you know how everybody's clowning Megan James because she's like, yo, let him cheat in peace. If you're 9 times out of 10, if you are dating a professional athlete, you do have to learn how to let them cheat in peace. And if you're lucky, you'll get one that's respectful, that doesn't cheat in your face. That's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like you look at Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson is the average professional athlete, just mad disrespectful. Like you could have just took the girl to the Motel 6. Why are you parading her around in front of the paparazzi? Like, can you give Chloe any type of respect? Professional athletes tease, right? So you're lucky if you can get a discreet one. But it is literally, and Megan James, when everybody was clowning her, like, what you mean let him cheat in peace? There is a thing that if you're dating a professional athlete, I won't say 9 times out of 10, right? But 7 times out of 10, that's the mindset you have to have. If not, you're going to be crying into your box of Wheaties every morning. Now, granted, you might be crying into your box of Wheaties in a $10 million mansion before you get into your $500,000 Royce and pick up your $10,000 handbag and go off and shopping, and you're sitting there crying your eyes on the way with drying your eyes of $100 bills. True. And we all know that people cry over the cook in IHOP. No shade to the cook in IHOP, but I do remember when I was younger, I was out with IHOP with my friends at 3 a.m, and the cook at IHOP had to come out because 2 girls, his baby mom popped up, and apparently his side joint was at IHOP getting free food, and the baby mom popped out with the baby and started fighting the sidekick chick in IHOP, and the cook had to run out and break them up, and they were both begging him to choose. And I said, I was drunk, right? And I was eating like those paper eggs, like the instant eggs they make, and my Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity breakfast. And I remember saying, Lord, please never let that be me. fighting, coming to blows over the cook at IHOP, and then both begging him to pick and choose, begging him in IHOP. And I was looking at my breakfast and I'm like, this breakfast only costs maybe what, $25 for everything, including my hot chocolate and ice cream sundae. How much could they be paying him if I'm paying $25 for a full meal? Anyway, that's what I mean about fighting the guy in HOP. I don't know shade to anybody that works at IHOP. I'm just talking about those girls. True, you can cry over somebody that works at IHOP and you can cry over this, but honestly, right? It's just odd, right? Yeah. Yo, IHOP's crazy. Every IHOP I've been in has had crazy stuff. And every Denny's I've been in has just been depressing, right? But yeah, okay, so here we go, right? Yo, so much bad. Okay, so y'all, let's talk about did y'all know what's going on with the All About Tea thing? Does anybody know what's going on with All About Tea? I'm going to actually break it down for you. Yeah, IHOP is delicious current when you are literally, IHOP is delicious. Even though, no lie, I went and ate there a couple of months ago and I was like, oh, they changed the, or maybe they're just using too much fake food, right? If you want to gain like weight over the weekend, eat at IHOP 2 times. I guarantee you'll get on that scale on Monday and be up 8 or 9 pounds. And it's not watery. Meg Har and B are like planning what would happen. I'll say one thing. I don't know why people treat cancer women bad. Maybe because they're so like, when they cry and their emotions and they take it for a joke, but yo, a cancer, they're liable to do anything. They are liable to do anything. Y'all, yeah. Oh, you guys say shake that side of the pond? Well, let me stop. So listen, did y'all hear about the All About the Tea panel drama? Yo, I think that Avitar, Monica, may have doxed herself. I don't know what's wrong with Monica. I think she's used to dealing with stupid people or people that don't have the money to fight her. Because one, you can either be stupid, right? And when I say stupid, you just don't know how things go. So you get like a letter, right? Debonair admitted that Monica was either Bojangles or Beefy Monica. Listen, I'm not believing anything Debonair said. Because let's talk about the All About the Tea panel to begin with, right? They're all horrible people. They were all up for sale. And when I say all, I use that term loosely. With Monique, and anybody that is in bed with Monique and the Real Housewives of Potomac, I tend to think they're a little bit off. I'm just going to say it, right? But they were all horrible people. From what I understand, I never watched it that much, right? But from what I understand, there's Plez. Plez is a lawyer. Plez was like the breakout star, and she was really getting her own thing. Monica was running these panels. Now, apparently, let me bring y'all up to date from what I found out. Apparently, these panels, the most she was paying anybody was $300, even though people were sending super chats to Plez, to Debonair, to Schoolboy, to all these things, right? There's a girl, I think her name is Miriam. Is it Miriam? Am I saying her name? Marguerite? Marcella, they were sending, Marcella is actually this woman that just gifts money like a gift fairy, right? Marcella, apparently they said had beef with Plez. I don't know. Marcella said she didn't. Plez was like, you always shading me, this and that, right? Monique can't even be bothered to boast her YouTube despite the help of Bravo. This is true, right? Listen, yes, our kids sneak on YouTube. Listen, let me tell you something. She did. Okay, so Monique, she did save her. Okay, I didn't know what was going on with that. But what happened was Monica was a moderator. Nobody ever saw her. She was always an Avitar. But where things started to go wrong is Plez, who's a lawyer, started to be a rising star, right? And every time people would gift stuff for those people, apparently the super chats never went to anyone. They just went to Monica's thing, which makes me think, why y'all were doing this for free? I mean, I guess, but it's weird. Plez, it was her birthday one time, and Monica was like, yo, send some super chats to Plez. And people were sending crazy amounts of money to Plez. for her birthday. Ples never saw $1 of it. So that's when Ples got a little upset, right? And Ples was like, approached her and was like, yo, Monica, like, I think she used the excuse, I think it's an excuse, but she's like, listen, my work hours are about to change. So if you want me, you're going to have to throw me some money. And Monica was like, oh, well, how about we do 200 or 300? So Ples was like, okay, maybe let's talk about that. They played phone tag all weekend. Monica just left her on red. She left her on red. Ples took offense and Ples popped up and was like, yo, listen, I'm no longer all about the tea. I love them a lot, but I always said I was going to leave. My work schedule's changed, and now I'm going to go do something else, right? We'll get to S7, right? Yes, exactly. Well, listen, one tall girl, right? What did you say? Marcella knew the ship was sinking and was trying to super chat her way into the YouTubers channels in Panama. Maybe. It was obvious it was all about the money. That was clear. Monica got ghosts and Ples needed a mental break. Listen, let me tell you something. Of course it was all about the money. Monica was bringing in crazy amounts of money. I looked at some of her old panels. At one point, I was like, yo, she's making 1,000 off of super chats, right? It was always a lot of money. I think Ples should have been compensated. Why wasn't Monica offering this way? Not even saying out of all her earnings, but if we are on a panel and people are sending you super chats, why am I not giving you your portion of the super chats? After YouTube take theirs and I pay taxes. Matter of fact, if I just say I gave that to you as your pay, I don't even have to pay taxes on the money. Anyway, Ples was like, yo, I'm going to do my own thing. I saw her thing. It seemed professional to me. Again, I don't know the backstory, but it seemed professional. She didn't clown Monica. She didn't do anything. So then Monica, schoolboy, debonair, and a bunch of people had a panel where they literally talked shit about Ples, alluded to her having mental issues. Mind you, these are people that are kikiing and slapping hands with an avatar they never met. Talking about she had mental issues and all this stuff and dogpiled on Ples. It screamed jealousy because if Ples left on a high note, why are y'all still talking about her? It really screamed jealousy to me, right? Well, here's the thing, Jackie. Even if Ples, right? Listen, even if Ples was lying, she took it to me. Lying about your time is not really lying. If I'm in a work situation and I'm mad you're not giving me a raise and I'm going to take another job, I could say, yo, I'm mad about the fact you didn't give me a raise and I'm leaving. Or I could say, listen, my schedule's changing, so I'm going to have to step away. I don't look at lying about why you're leaving a job or work things as actually lying, if you feel what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Or to me, it's a white lie. I think that's better than creating a thing, just being like, okay, it's a money thing. You ghosted me. Let me leave on a high note. That's what people do when they leave jobs. They leave on a high note. Yes, Monica was balling the shows and she was skimping those people, obviously. But here's the thing. All of them were getting paid different amounts, but none of them were getting paid. And then they all jumped on to dogpile on Ples because they were happy to get her off because I think she was more popular, right? And then they started realizing, wait, Monica, they started realizing that Monica was taking advantage of them, and then they all left, right? No, Ples never had mental issues. The entire scenario is tragic, Adrena. I agree, right? Ples comes off to me. Listen, exactly, dear Dana. The fact that she lied about why she was leaving, it was still on a high note. She made it seem like it's not you, it's me. I'm going to do other stuff. Monica was mad, and this is where the narcissism comes out. Allegedly, Monica was mad that Ples was leaving because Ples wouldn't be her flunky. Narcissists need flunkies. I feel like everybody else left on that panel was her flying monkeys trying to attack. But it was also from a business standpoint because Monica needed to show everyone that if you open your mouth to ask for pay or you open your mouth to leave, she was going to try to destroy you in those YouTube streets. So she tried to destroy Ples and had her flying monkeys flying on top, but it blew up in her face. It blew up in her face because a lot of shit started coming out. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, exactly. Hey, thank you, B. Yes, smash that like button. Now, here's the thing, right? All this stuff happened and but the thing is, then people started trying to see who Monica was, right? I don't want to dox anyone, but one woman was a businesswoman. One woman was like beefy Monica, right? Everybody had things. They were trying to see who she was. Y'all, and this is where the story gets good. I think Monica actually doxed herself. Marcella did her own live because she's starting her YouTube channel. Get it, right? Apparently, Monica sent out cease and desist orders to everyone involved, including Marcella, threatening to go after her assets. Now, this makes sense because Marcella apparently has the most money out of everyone, but Marcella was telling a story about, one, Monica is a piece of crap. You know that on one of the lives, Monica disrespected her husband. Marcella told the story, the fact that her husband used to be a foreman on the docks and he was showing them something, right? And one of the young guys on the docks bumped the machine or hit something and it caused her husband to fall 40 feet. But when he fell, something happened and he actually lost one of his legs. And her husband is actually missing at least one leg. Monica was talking shit about that. And Marcella said she came home and her husband was like, I'm sorry, you know, I embarrassed you. People are talking. Yo, we would have been in that street scrapping, right? But this is how low Monica is. She was making jokes about her husband being, hey, happy Friday, Reggie. Woohoo, y'all, Reggie's here. Ooh, 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 ooh. We were just talking about your Gemini brethren, Azalea Banks, and how she ethered Candace Owens. I mean, ethered Candace Owens, talking about 1776. What's up? Everybody say hi to Reggie, right? So, right, yeah. So now we're talking about Monica and all about the tea and the way she doxed herself. You know how everybody's trying to find out who Monica is? Monica doxed herself trying to bully Marcella. I'm getting to that, right? Yeah, so what happened is Monica was talking shit about Marcella's husband. Marcella came out. And again, how are you going to clown someone for literally losing their legs in a tragic accident? It screams like you're a psycho, right? So nobody really knew how it was. Monica sent out cease and desist orders to everybody, especially Marcella, because Marcella has the most money, saying that she was going to go, right? Saying that she was going to go after Marcella's assets. But y'all. Here's where she messed up. Marcella got lawyers involved. I guess and nobody else had the money for lawyers. Plus is a lawyer, first of all. But Marcella had money for lawyers. First of all, the lawyer subpoenaed the IP address. And also, they know now that because her real name and shit had to be on that thing, right? On the cease and desist. They now all know who the real Monica is. But here's the thing. I think she was laying a trap to trap Marcella because she was hoping by putting her real name, maybe Marcella would disclose it. And then all of a sudden, boom, she can go after her assets. Maybe that's just one theory, but let me just finish to what happened. So, right? So, so on the cease and desist, there was no lawyer's name on the cease and desist, which to tell you the truth, to me, I'm like, which shows that Monica might be a lawyer in her own thing. Because to tell you the truth, when you send somebody a cease and desist, you don't need to have a lawyer. Most people have their lawyers take care of it, but you don't need to put a lawyer's name and number on it because it's not a court filing. Even if it is a court filing, you still wouldn't. A cease and desist is nothing but a warning to cease and desist further action and to tell them that if you do not, these are the damages I am prepared to go after. It's kind of like a wake-up call, right? And it makes it easier that, and when the judge rules in your favor, you'll say, listen, I told them that they didn't stop. I was going to go after, I don't know, 250K, right? 250K. And the judge will be like, well, I think 250K is exorbitant, but you did give them warning, so let's just do 10K. It's a way to protect yourself legally. However, Monica, the Avitar, put her real name. Here's the thing. The lawyers on Marcella's, according to Marcella, have already subpoenaed the IP address just to make sure that this is the same person, right? They're waiting now for her to make this an official court action because once it is official court action and public record, they can now put those court documents online and everywhere. Yo, Monica the Avitar just doxed herself. She literally just doxed herself trying to bully someone. I don't know why she did it. It was extremely stupid I think, on her part. And she literally doxed her own goddamn time. Listen, if it's a request, they should have called her bluff and told Aver to go sue. No, but here's the thing. Marcella was like, baby, we're waiting. We got those lawyers waiting. Baby, come, bring the lawyers. Marcella is ready for war. She has the money for lawyers. And Monica literally doxed herself trying to bully Marcella. And also Plez, who's a lawyer. I know Plez, lawyer's ass, got that cease and desist and just laughed into her morning coffee. I think she chuckled like, you know that meme of Raven Simone where she's just chuckling away, eating her food? That's the way Plez was when she got that. Yo, she was being a bully, but she doxed herself. So now everybody knows what it is, and it's only a matter of time before that comes out. Of course, all about the T panel already went down because everybody says it's boring now. But wouldn't it be funny if Monica goes away and she tries to have a comeback and then she comes back as a new avatar named Tiffany with all about the coffee instead of all about the tea? We'll be like Monica, all about the tea, just goes away, disgraced, and comes back as avatar Tiffany. And why do I feel like there's a bunch of people that will all still fall for it? They're all still following and be like, no, I look at Avatar Tiffany at All About the Coffee as my second mother. I really love her. And when somebody's like, but do you think this could be the same Monica that screwed over everybody else? And they'll be like, no. I asked her and she said, no, I really do. Now, here's the funny thing about Monica All About the Tea, which she does give me narcissist vibes. It seems that she preys on people because Marcella said one of the reasons why they became so close is because Marcella was best buddies with the Black socialite, the one that passed away. And he became friends with them. And when he passed away, Monica, the avatar, reached out to her, sent her wishes, did this, did that. She even had a memorial service conference call where she still didn't show her face, right? But it seems like Monica preyed on people when they were going through a lot of stuff, even when they were going through a lot of stuff. And Marcella got involved in YouTube because when her husband tragically lost his leg, so it's actually a really touching story. She got into YouTube because it helped get her through the life of the Black social life, people giving her life and just making her think outside of the sorrow that she was in. So Marcella seemed to be in a really, really vulnerable place. And then Monica came in and literally took advantage and gained her trust and do this. Because again, like I always said, for someone to never show their face, and I understand, right? We all have to protect ourselves. But for someone to never show their face, after you know somebody for years, that has to become intentional. You don't just do that by accident. Do you see what I'm saying? That's when I was like, no, this is actually really, really intentional, right? Yeah. So, right? Let's see. I pass it with bosses getting vindictive. Yeah. Yo, I've had it with bosses getting vindictive because I put my notice in too. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. The days of our parents' generation where you work a job and treat it like it's a family member and you work a job until you die and then the job, those days are over. Let me tell you, for anybody young that has not had experience in corporate world or even in any job, yo, don't tell them that you're leaving. Don't tell them anything. You do what you want. I don't care if you worked at a job for a month. If a better job comes along, you better jump into it. Those jobs do not care about you. And when you do the right thing and put in 2 weeks notice, they will do what they can to be vindictive. If you put them down, don't put them down. This is just alleged. I'm not saying anybody do anything illegal. However, I have heard that even if you are planning to leave a job, don't put them down as your reference because they will throw dirt on your name. You better put your best friend, cousin, sister, mother down as your supervisor and let that happen. Allegedly, right? Allegedly. Do what you want, right? Yes, they will. Yes, bounce and take care. They will walk you out the door and try to humiliate you. You guys, again, the days of the job caring about you and treating you with respect, I don't know if that ever existed. But these days, you better do what's best for you. Even the way they tell you, oh, it's unprofessional for 2 weeks notice. Why? When the job will fire you in a second. Don't care who you're taking care of, what you have to do, or whether you're not deserved it. They don't give you notice to fire you. So for what? And honestly, if you stay with a job and they're just like, oh, well, don't bounce job to job because of your resume. Keep that shit off your resume then. Man, please, if y'all don't put if y'all don't put your cousin's, uncle, brother's name down as your supervisor for Tattle Tells Incorporated, who was my supervisor at Tattle Tells Incorporated? What did Tattle Tells Incorporated do? Multimedia platform engaging with 72 million people, because I'm on YouTube, engaging with 72 million potential customers and carving out a market share of 17% client engagement. That sounds good. Who was my supervisor? Willy Wonka? Too much. Delete. Pierce Bronson, too much. Delete. Carl McCormick. Send. That's the way y'all better treat jobs. And put that number down as 123. That is the way you better treat, right? Exactly. You better put a friend that do not trust these jobs. Again, and it seems like oddly with jobs sometimes, not all of them, but some of them, the better you treat them and the more respect they give you, the more they try to besmirch you and throw dirt on your name. It's weird. It's weird or weird, right? Okay, so Monica was making over $1,000 a night and they were making pennies, getting paid once a month. Let me get into my thing. I actually took notes because it was so interesting. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I know my notes. Oh, Monica also, right? Monica was also, let's see, Jackie said, I worked 5 years. They offered me 20 hours plus cut my hours. I kept them on Friday. It was my last day. I didn't want the kids to keep asking me about, they still gave me a good for you, Jackie. Good for you. But I have not that experience. So you can take Jackie's route or you can take me and Janero's route. It's up to you. Different strokes for different folks. But I'm just telling you, right? Yes, make sure you have a job to go to and buy. No, listen, sweet cutie, she didn't pay them weekly. She was giving them $200 to $300 a month. Some people weren't even getting paid. And that's the thing. It's not like she was like, yo, like, it's kind of like if somebody put me on their panel. And you guys know, obviously, I'm trying to blow up on YouTube, right? So you put me on your panel and maybe you're not paying anything, but I'm getting subscribers. Like they're just falling off trees like the fruit's ripe. Okay, fine. But Monica made it so that nobody could grow. Nobody was allowed to outgrow her. So if that's the case, it's like, it's like, what is the point of even being here, right? But here's the thing, right? They also said that, so here's the thing. Monica's trying to sue her for $250K because Monica's also saying that because of Marcella and her comments, she lost all this income and all these subscribers. Monica, you are a gossip teach page. You talk shit for a living. The judge is going to look and be like, this is an occupational hazard, that somebody would start saying something about you. It was all alleged. It was all commentary. Commentary doesn't have to be fact, right? It was all commentary. So how are you? I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. Now, here's the thing where Marcella was like, girl, fire your attorney. Because I was like, what attorney? Marcella was saying that they are thinking about filing a class action lawsuit against Monica because they have 36 people. First of all, class action lawsuits, depending on what type of lawsuit it is, has to have a minimum of 500 people. Also, it has to be certified by a judge. You need permission to have a class action lawsuit. And there's all these different criteria you have to meet in order to get a class action. Class actions are not easy to get. They don't have 500 people. And it's just, I'm not going to go into the criteria, but it's very, very hard to get a class action lawsuit certified. A class action lawsuit certified is where you get permission from a judge to join in and join as a class action lawsuit. So that's when Marcella started talking all that stuff. I was like, Marcella, isn't your lawyer lying to you or you just talking shit? There's no way that you guys are going to get certified for a class action. Again, if you Google class action certification, you would know for a number of reasons why they're not going to be, you're going to know why they're not going to get certified. What did Porsha said? Yeah, listen, Porsha, I can't believe they agreed to those terms. But again, Monica seems to prey on a certain personality type. She really does. She really does. She preys, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I will say, honestly, I do believe in compensating people for their time, for their work, for their sacrifice. But the fact that she also preys on people, it just leaves a bad. Let's see. Sweet Cootie said, I'll join the class action lawsuit, $300 a month. I'm so mad for them. Sweet Cutie's going to probably like, what are your dealings with Monica? Well, nothing. I'm just mad because, so then she said that, they said that Monica said that she's suing because she did intentional infliction of emotional distress. They can actually, that's all bullshit too. It's so hard to prove the intentional infliction of emotional stress, because the biggest thing to prove, and if you can do the criteria, and when you're a public figure, it's a higher burden. The hardest thing to prove of intentional infliction of emotional distress, honestly, is the damages. And you losing subscribers, even if the judge says, okay, you lost all these subscribers because of her, you still have to prove that those subscribers would have been the subscribers that were contributing to your income. It's so hard to follow that monetary trail. Monica just thought she was going to scare someone, which makes me think Monica's an attorney, and that's why she did it, and she's used to people folding, because usually when you threaten legal action, most people fold, right? The avatar is not public. Yes, she is a Let's see. Wait, not going to say what? No, dear Dina, Schoolboy said, I would never agree. Listen, Schoolboy, I'm not going to comment on anybody because honestly, it's over. And to tell you the truth, I didn't watch the channel enough to get enough of the comments. Because I remember I went to one of their live chats one time. I think they were ripping Candace apart. And don't get me wrong, y'all know I'm a Candace stan. Y'all, I do. Listen, I didn't really particularly care for Candace. I mean, I liked her okay. But then after that Monique shit happened, you know me. I was just like, leave her alone. Don't you touch her. Leave her alone. So y'all know I was really going in for Candace. But I remember they were tearing Candace apart, and it was so nasty and so dark and so unnecessary that I was like, I like my drama. And y'all know I talk trash about everybody, but I do try to keep it light and breezy. Do you know what I'm saying? It was just weird. It was weird. Yes, Tosh, I love it. It's like, leave her alone. Don't you touch her. Leave her alone. Doing the windmill, trying to protect her. Again, I've had neutral feelings of Candace. I enjoyed the way she used to always read the hell out of Ashley, but it was neutral. But then after that, I was like, no, Candace is my girl, because I do believe she handled that with such grace in the way she read people, right? Let's see, what are people saying? Regardless if they knew how YouTube worked or not, what person in right mind would do all that for someone else's channel for pennies? You can donate. Noone said you can donate plasma and get more than that. Noone was in the comments on the panel putting in the www.plasmadonation.com like, yo, y'all know y'all can get more for this plasma. Noone, you're right. You can donate plasma for that. Janelle said, I only watched it before it imploded. The panel seemed to be mainly agree with her. And y'all know, right? Y'all know that wait, can we discuss what? Hold on, did I miss something? Y'all know that anybody that stands for Monique on social media, Monique only goes with people that are loony and cuckoo for copas for her. You know, she only goes for people that's like, I watched Binder Time and I thought that was a quality production. Anyway, let's see. What does it say? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. B, you're wrong for that one. Hold on. Cardi B on Tasha K. Let's see. Yeah, she did a Cardi B on Tasha K. What did her story say? It could be because she was getting money from different people in different states, she would have to prove that she true. True. This is all true. But hold on. Poor Chakalaka said something. I'm trying to find the comment, but I can't. Tosh said she loved her. Why is wrong with my computer? I can't scroll down the comments. Let's go to new comments. Hold on. What did poor Chakalaka say? A single plaintiff can file suit and ask a judge to approve a class action complaint as long as there's reason to believe that. No. It has to be more than dozens, her story, though. You keep saying dozens, and I agree with you, but there's criteria for the class action. They don't meet the criteria, and they don't have enough people. The lowest I think you can file a class action lawsuit is 250 to 500. And even then, they don't meet the criteria. They just don't. There haven't been enough people affected, and even the damages are not high enough to rise to a class action lawsuit. There has to be a base level of damages monetary amount for a class action to ever think. So if you have 1 million people and they all were defrauded out of $5 total, that's not enough for a class action. You know what I'm saying? And where is the monetary thing? Because on top of that, y'all agreed to work for free. So you can't even say that somebody cheated you out of money. You agreed to work for free or a very low cost. You can't go back. And it wasn't even a written contract. Get out of here. Let's see. I love Monique, but that channel was horrible. We're going to forgive you for loving Monique. This is a Candace Stan channel, but I forgive you, Fox Counselor. Good point. But the channel was horrible for talking about Candace. Listen, would you want Shark Tells Chris on top of you every single night? And Chris, to me, again, I don't know him. This is also portrayed. He might be a perfectly lovely man. But Chris seemed like he was one of those guys that wants to keep his wife barefoot and pregnant, which is fine, except for Monique had ambition. But it's that type of ambition that you can only have it as long as you don't agree with them. Just like when she did her video for drag queens. Monique was really showing her age with that video, because I was looking at all the fashions like, girl, I know these stylists convinced you this was futuristic, but it's futuristic for a 50-year-old. But Chris had to be in there as the male lead. Like, if you get your shark tails and swing your shark tails, ooh, baby shark ass out of here. This is my video. Move. You know what I'm saying? You guys, hit the like button for me. Hit the like button. There's no, Natasha, I'm going to prove y'all wrong. Yes, there is. There have to be some type of damages. Where's the damages? Hold on. Hold on, Natasha. The certification means that the court has determined that the class action is the best option to manage multiple claims. Class certification may result where injunctive relief or another form of equitable remedy is available. Hold on, let's go into this more. Let's go into this more just to make sure. The amount of damages the plaintiff has suffered may justify the high litigation. In a typical lawsuit, hold on. Okay, hold on. You're right. There's no minimum. Hold on. Okay, requirements for certification. Number. Class action lawsuits are not for cases where there are only a few plaintiffs. Instead, there must be too many plaintiffs and lawsuits against a particular defendant that would not be practical for them to file each individual lawsuit. Many class action lawsuits have hundreds, even thousands of plaintiffs. Okay, you guys are right. For many cases, it allows you to certify for 40 or more plaintiffs. Again, you guys are right. You do not need a certification of 250. However, I will just say that when it comes to a class action lawsuit, it has to be many different claims that are filed separately. That means that they all, at the same point, have to suffer. How many people suffered on the panel? How many panels did she have? At most, I guarantee you, she did not have more than 40 panelists. So I still don't think that they make certification, because I don't think that 40 people were ever actually were more than injured with 40 people, right? Their class must have similar questions of law or fact that's common to the class. They must have typical claims. I don't believe they all have typical claims. Some were being paid, some weren't. Some agreed, some didn't. Protection of interest. The representative plaintiff must be able to fairly and adequately protect the class interest. Marcella and the class action cannot protect the class because Marcella didn't work with any of them. She didn't have an employment contract. She said that she was just gifting. Marcella actually was hardly ever on the panel. So how is she typical of it? Now, Schoolboy might, Pledge might, but again, are there 40 people? Don't think so. Subclasses. Now, there could be subclasses. Other criteria. Yeah. Anyway, y'all get it. So you guys were right. It doesn't need 500. Typically, it's 500 or more. You only need a minimum of 40, but I don't even think they've reached that 40 threshold to even certify the criteria, if you guys know what I'm saying, right? If you know what I'm saying. And we know paralegals are the real lawyers. Let's see. Ooh, her story, go. There we go. Actual current purpose. More, yes, but do they make certification? Her story, do they make certification? What's up, Sammy Joe? I hope Sherelle's paying her panelists too. I hope. I think isn't everybody paying their panelists? Or if not, Sherelle seems like she's that type that spreads, because you can get paid in money, or it could just be exposure, you know? Let me stop talking about Sherelle's world, because maybe one day I can be like, hold on. One day I can be on the panel and y'all will be like, oh, and I'll be like, That's an interesting question, Sherelle. I think the case with Monique is she has a very good heart, and she was given a raw deal on Real Housewives of Potomac. If you ever hear me saying that shit, you know that somebody paid me a pretty dollar, and yes, I am selling out. You're going to see me on Sherelle's World being like, that's an interesting question, Sherelle. Thank you for asking. I believe that Monique Samuels is the victim here, and you guys will know that I'm going to be leaving. Y'all can talk all the shit you want. I'll be leaving in my new Porsche. All right? Gabor is the truth. Oh, but she did, right? Sherelle, she was the one that had that little kid working for her for free until his mom found out. That was weird. Monique is delusional. Hey, Trita, what's going on, girl? You know what? I would love to team up with Nikki Starr and Kimpire. One day when I get my numbers up, I'm going to approach them and be like, hey, Nikki, because I remember I was watching Nikki Starr when she was doing reviews on American Gods. I used to love that show on TV, and then it got weird. But Nikki Starr, you ever stop watching a show, but you still listen to the reviews? And I've been a faithful watcher of Nikki Starr. I pop in the headphones while I'm at work. And Kimpire, I mean, he's just killing the game. He really is. I actually thought Up and Adam was part of Kimpire's thing, but apparently Up and Adam built his own platform, but they're just friends, and like Kimpire has no problem. Anyway, they're both, y'all already know Nikki Starr TV and Kimpire. If you don't, you should go ahead and follow them, right? Yeah, Kimpire is really good, right? Yo, Corinth, Kimpire is really, really good. But so is Nikki Starr. Nikki Starr, and I love her lives. Her lives be like 4 hours. And when I used to have to be in the office, I would pop that in and just be blocking out all my coworkers I couldn't stand, right? I used to love it. Listen, Monique believes in the whole QAnon thing. And I do remember on her Twitter, again, I didn't like how cozy she was getting to the people that had Trump is the greatest president in the world. She would really be really cozying up to them. And I'd just be like, I don't like that. It didn't sit right with me, you know? I don't like that, right? Remember the man who used to sell books telling people they can get money from the government? He was sued by the buyers and people. Was he really? I don't. Oh, wait. No. Is that the guy that was selling gold? Like that would appreciate, or it was different? Let's see. Hold on. Kalino, hey, what's up, Kalina? What's going on, girl? Adam was with Sherelle's World. It was a big mess. I remember when Adam left Sherelle's World. Again, I'm not a faithful watcher of Sherelle's World, but I do pop in from here and there, right? And because I like my bloggers more like Contra Canary or Erica De Niro or Rodney the Voice or Kimpire and Nikki Star TV or Brooke Ashley. I like them to have their opinion, but there's still kind of like a lighthearted edge to it. You know what I'm saying? Sherelle's World sometimes, just to me, would get really vicious. And like sometimes you could tell that she just hated somebody, and that's the reason she was talking trash, right? But I remember I would pop into her channel every now and then. And I remember when Adam left and she tried to dog Adam out. And I was like, what is going on? And that's when I was like, this is too much drama for me. I'm leaving. It's literally, listen, remember when Monique was like, Black people are not a monolith? And I was like, true. But the way she said it, it reminded me of the people that stumped for Trump. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I remember when she did to Up and Adam, and I was like, y'all, this is too much drama. Like, I'm here for the mess, but when drama gets too vicious, I tune out. Like, all right, like they're all about the tea. When drama gets too vicious, I'm like, all right, I gotta go. Like, I just wanted to laugh. Like now people are crying and families are getting destroyed. I gotta go, right? Yeah, right? Yeah, I pop in and out too. Yes, it was a mess when Adam left. And I just remember her trying to throw dirt on his name. And I was like, but what did the boy do to you? And you know me, right? For the things I care about, I go in deep. But the things I don't, I'm like, yeah. Anyway, I'm like, what did the boy do? And then just that quick, I was like, anyway, let me go over to Nikki Star TV, right? Oh, thank you, B. I appreciate that. So, right? Hey, Reggie. Everybody say hi to Reggie. He's been in here. But you guys, make sure you hit the like button too, because you know I am trying to go full time with, what am I saying? I'm already full time with this. Y'all know the deal. If you're watching this on replay, hit the like, share it on Facebook groups. Come on, somebody has to like the soothing sounds of my voice. Hi, you've reached Tattle Tells. We're having a live panel today. Today on my live panel, what's up, Maria? Today on my live panel, we're going to be discussing Lala, Kempire, Sherelle's World, and then round it out with the mess about Porsha and Simon. Does everybody know Reggie? Let's see. He was supposed to, she was married to John. She's pretending. Who's John? Oh, wait, John was the guy that showed up on her panel? Why would she lie about who? Well, then again, though, I kind of understand. In YouTube and online, you have to keep some type of barrier in your personal life, because as much as Sherelle talks trash, I could see people trying to dox her, and nobody even knows me. And people tried to dox me for being like a biracial, non-Black. I know, right? With these edges, calling me not Black, please, right? My edge control, my style factor edge booster says different, right? Those ancestors were not letting go of my roots. So, but all jokes aside, people get vicious, people get doxxed. There are crazy people. Why he exposed that, I don't know. That's a little weird, but that's it. I don't know anything about it. I mean, honestly, up and at 'em. Regardless, I will say, you know what they say, when you dig a grave for someone else, make sure you dig one for yourself, because look at Up and Adam. He just got the Falynn interview. I wonder what Falynn Adams' situation is, what their connection is, and how they know each other. Do y'all wonder that sometimes? Do you? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Liberian. Oh, thank you. Listen, send them to my page. We can go nuck, give you buck. Porsha's fans, I'll say one thing about Porsha fans, right? I actually find Porsha very charming. I think she has a gorgeous face, gorgeous body. I think she's great comic relief. And she's really smart and cunning. You know the way cancers are really good, if they want to, at playing childlike and baby-like and dumb, but they are like the smartest people in the room. I find Porsha charming. But that said, you see a lot of her works, and she started, again, I don't know her personally, I'm talking about the character she plays on TV. That shit with Simon, had that been Kenya Summer Moore, had that been Candy Burris, had that been Cynthia Bailey, had that been Eva, had that been Nene, I would have dragged them the same way. It's odd with Porsha's fans when they defend her. And who was it that literally, somebody in the comments left this comment that I thought was so apt to explain why people stump for Porsha. She said something about association is assimilation. She left it in the comments. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's Max the official. Anyway, where is it? Y'all, also, I'm on Twitter, y'all. Can y'all start following me on Twitter if you want? My Twitter is, here we go. Here's my Twitter, Tattle Tells. If you notice this pathetic number, there's only 177 people following me. Yes, I had the Twitter for a year, but I just got active on it. There's 177 people following me. If you guys want to hit the like button and follow me on Twitter, you guys can see me live tweet the mess. But all jokes aside, who wasn't on Twitter? I'm looking for the girls. Anyway, now let me find her, because I said I'm going to start giving people credit for when they say something amusing in the comments. But once again, I did not do what I promised. Anyway, the girl was saying that association after a while is assimilation, if that makes any sense. And it made perfect sense to me, right? What hold does Porsha have on her fans? I like a friend who's a criminal. Listen, do you know that hold? I think that the people that defend Porsha and go hard for her regardless are people that see their own personality traits in her, and they were punished for that, like most normal people are. And now it makes them feel good to see it being somebody getting away with it, right? It's like if you see Monique or Porsha grab somebody and beat somebody in the head over something silly, right? And then when you did it in real life, you got fired from your job, you got charges pressed against you, people bought their cousins and put in work on you the next time they saw you at like the local mall. So there's actions and there's consequences. And the consequences were very, very bad, right? However, they always felt some type of way that they weren't held accountable for their actions. So when they see Porsha engaging in that same bad behavior, but she doesn't get consequences, she flies above it, it makes them feel good. It makes them feel like, yes, that's what should have happened. I really do believe. Because here's the thing. Again, I like Porsha. But when she does some shit, I'm just like, what are you doing? Just like sometimes when Kenya was carrying on with Kim Phil's and really acting out of pocket, I like Kenya, but I had to take a step back and be like, well, hold on, Kenya. Like, leave Kim Phil's and her husband's sexuality. Remember when Kenya pulled that chair out of Kim Phil's thing? Kim Phil's would have been 100% right to lean over and smack her in the face. But Kenya was wrong. And I'll say she was wrong, right? And I think Kenya ended up apologizing about it. Whether she meant it or not, I don't know. She apologized, right? Let's see. Adam interviewed Falynn months ago on Raw before all the... and therefore when everything blew up, Falynn chose Adam. That makes sense, dear Dana. Because one, Adam kept the drama out the interview. Two, there is that trust. And three, Tauruses definitely love working with people that they trust. Like a Taurus will put you on even though you might not be the biggest platform, all because they trust you, you know? Reggie said, what's good? Porsha is often Teflon. I'm saying, listen, I don't think it's the fact that Porsha can poop and everybody will do anything. I think it's the fact that they enjoy seeing the bad behavior that they were punished for or they had to pay consequences, skate by. Assimilation, what is it? Association is assimilation after a while. You know, especially with those type of people. I'm not talking about friendships where one person's in church and the other one is like busting it open for a real one. That's just whatever. I'm talking about if you hang around with liars or thieves or scammers constantly, unless you are a Gemini, association or an air sign, association is assimilation. It really honestly is, right? Look at her in the light of grandfather Jose. It's her father's side. What's that mean? Yeah, well, listen, what's up, Letisa? I will honestly say that when it comes to shit like, right? No, Adam, you're right there, Dana. Adam did not expose Sherelle's world. He didn't. Hey, Sugar Dumpling, how you going, honey? Well, what's going on? Now, listen, I will say, right, her story, thank you so much for giving us the details of the class certification. I appreciate that. Paralegals know their shit. They are the real lawyers. I will say, I don't think they have 40 people to make certification. I thought that you had to be at least 250 or 500 for certification. I don't believe that, where did I get that number from? But I don't even believe they make the 40. Let's see, 500 to, is it in federal? Let's see. Sorry, where was we? I mean, civil procedure, Rule 23. So let's see, federal, Rule 23A. It's a time of issue, defining class, altering, amending the order. You need notice. Let's see. I'm trying to see it in the federal. It's Rule 23, the federal civil procedure. Class cancel. Okay, so no, I stand corrected. There's still no minimum below 4. There's no minimum. 40 is the minimum for class certification. Okay, so where were we, right? Exposure. Let me tell you something with the Porsha situation. Porsha, so there's something that's happening in social media that I would like to ride the waves of and be a part of that. People will forgive you if they like the way you look. There is something of shallowness, and I don't think it's something modern. This is why people say that like beautiful people have easier lives, even though they do not, because you are open to a lot of predators, especially if you're a beautiful woman. But that's a different story for a different day, right? But I will think, right? No, but here's the thing. Monica's subscribers have a case. No, I don't think that she has a case for defrauding, because here's the thing. Her and Plez had an agreement that she didn't have to give the money to Plez. That's where Plez fucked up. Had Ples been on there saying, y'all, send me the money because the money's going to me, they technically were sending it to Ples. However, Monica has a case to argue that Ples and her had an agreement that she could keep all proceeds, which by all actions, Ples actually did tell them. They all had agreements that no matter what money, and listen, it was It was maybe an actual agreement, but it was definitely constructive, right? You have to say that, right? I will say that this is how I don't think, because you can have an agreement that you send me $1 million, but I have a side agreement saying I'm going to send that $1 million to Tosh Grant or Reggie to split, right? Where's the defrauding? The only defrauding is if Ples stood up there and be like, you guys, I want you to know that I'm getting 100% of the proceeds. Ples never told her followers who was getting the money, and she was fine by custom and definitely constructive notice for Monica to take all the money, and she never said anything. So I don't see where the damages are going to come from for defrauding. It's not defrauding, you know? Yeah, they had a verbal agreement with no written contract, but when it comes to verbal agreement, they look to see the actions of the parties to get some type of clarity as to what the verbal agreement was. So if you show through text message, emails, and everything else that you were on the panel, you saw all the money go to me, I never gave you a penny, you never asked for the money, it tends more likely than not to prove that our verbal agreement was that I would come to your panel for exposure, and I was okay with you taking all the money. That's what I'm saying about the case. They don't have a case against Monica. I mean, anyone can go to court, but I don't see how that's going to stand, because you're looking at the acts and the words of people to actually get clarity into what the verbal agreement might be. Where is it? You know what I'm saying? SPED. I don't know what SPED things. Just because you're related to someone doesn't mean anything. You think you're going to be wrong. Maybe. But here's the thing I have noticed from social media and anything. If somebody finds you likable or attractive or just like fun, people will forgive. It's like my mom always said, if someone doesn't like you, no matter what you do, they're always not going to like you. And if somebody likes you, you don't need to do anything and they're always going to like you. People love Porsha because of her pretty clothes, because of her face, because of her. And honestly, let's talk about it, right? With social media, because of the image that the producers let us see, she's a sweetheart. There's always a reason. If the producers had done the same thing to Kenya Moore, Kenya will be the sweetheart and Porsha will be getting the Kenya treatment. It's like the Truman Show. So I really honestly don't even think it's Porsha. I do think it's the power of TV. It's the power of media presenting your image. It's like the Truman Show. Just that quick, by a flip of fate, if the producers had like Kenya Moore, haha, ironic. But if they had preferred Kenya, Kenya would be the Porsha and Porsha would be the Kenya. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. But here's the thing. Who's she stealing from, Drita? Jackie said she doesn't even know how many days in the year. I don't think, who's she stealing from? I don't think Monica was stealing from anyone. And that's why everybody feels stupid. She literally said, you know what it's akin to, honestly, and this is what y'all need to do. This is akin to working at McDonald's, not even working at McDonald's. This is akin to being a dancer, right? And you are a dancer or a singer, and every night you come into a club and people are throwing money on stage, but you have an agreement with the owner that at the end of the night, the owner gets to keep all the money and then he pays you. You know, this is like tipping people, but at the end of the night, the waitress has to pay the house. Again, I don't think they have a case with that because they agreed to give their money to Monica. Now, whether that was a fair contract, they can dispute as to whether that contract was unconscionable. But then they'd have to show that it was either unconscionable, they entered in under duress. You know all those things, her story. So again, my opinion, I'm not the judge. Go for it because she did do those people dirty. But I just don't see them being held accountable for it. That's right. Let's see. There needs to be definitely activists other than seen in pro. Well, I agree too, right? Well, here's the thing, one tall girl. I think anyone can be an activist. I was on Twitter a few months ago. I was arguing that you don't need to be broke to be an activist. I do think when you can call yourself anything you want, the issue is with the public. Just because I say I'm an activist, before you follow me, y'all actually should be like, wait, what has Tisa done? What has she done besides campaigning for the fact that I deserve an extra scoop of ice cream, right? What is her story saying? Andy wants to be Kenya, so Kenya. Wow. Wow. Marcel stated the reason she gave so much because she thought the money. Yeah, but here's the thing. Well, Marcella stating the reason she gave so much. She said she thought the money was split evenly. She never said that Monica told her the money was being split evenly. And here's the thing. Monica's an avatar. So it's either phone conversations, it's on the live thing, or there's text. Just because I thought that you were, that's like me tipping a waitress and then finding out that like the waiters don't get tips at the end of the night. They split the money up between all the waitresses. So let's just say I go in and I give you $100. I think you're getting all that $100, but you have a deal with the whole wait staff that at the end of the night, we throw all our tips together and we split the tips evenly. Do you know what I'm saying? We split the tips evenly. So, I'm just thinking about the time I was a waitress and this bitch I was working with fucking stole all the tips. I really, I should have handled that differently. Anyway, yeah. Yes, as much as I don't like Phaedra either, I would listen to her more on Black Lives Matter. If you think about it, right? Kenya's really nice in real life, but she understands her assignment. Exactly. And the funny thing is, I think Kenya plays the lighthearted antagonist. Maybe I just have thick skin, but the shit that Kenya does doesn't faze me. If I knew Kenya and somebody did that shit to me, yeah, I'd be annoyed. Yeah, I'd find out. But it's not like, just like with Candace's mouth. Everybody's like, Candace's mouth is vicious. Maybe I'm built differently, but I don't find what she does like, it's something I can deal with. Not saying I wouldn't be mad, but I could get right back with her verbally. I could get right back with Kenya and her diabolical mind. I feel like I go match. Now, if somebody put their hand, again, different strokes for different strokes. If somebody put their hands on me, right? If somebody took my man or messed up with my family, yeah, to me, that's like a boundary you don't cross. Again, some people are fine with people putting their hands on them, but if you cross a verbal boundary, they look at it as all disrespect. I think it's just like different strokes for different folks, right? Let's see. They laughed in school. They called her mom and smiled, saying they were fine with her. Exactly. Online, they didn't care. They did not care. They didn't care. I wouldn't listen to a word that came out of Phaedra's mouth. Well, here's the thing. Phaedra is full of shit, but I do believe that she would come across as credible for Black Lives Matter, right? Speaking of which, did y'all see the newest pictures of Porsha and Simon on vacation? Y'all, I don't care what y'all say. I still think Portia's pregnant. Maybe in 6 months, you guys can come on here and be like, you were wrong. She wasn't pregnant, but I'm waiting for the baby announcement. I really do think that she is pregnant. Also, what is this weird game that Porsha is playing with, what's her name? Falynn. You already have the man's husband. You're engaged. We'll call him a husfancy, right? Somebody's fiance and husband. We'll call him a husbands, right? A husfiance, a fiazband. No, we'll call it a fiazband. Her fiazband, her fiance, that's somebody else's husband. Her fiazband, you already took the girl's man. You're on vacation. Life should be good. She's doing that weird thing she was where she is literally delighting and taunting Falynn. Do they have some beef behind the scenes? Falynn posts something in a lime green bikini. Porsha wears a lime green bikini. Falynn posts lime green for her birthday. Porsha shows up in something lime green. It's weird. It's giving weird vibes. It's just giving, yeah, listen, that's another thing, Jackie Kate. I think the same way. Outside of those weird filters she keeps using, her face looks different. She looks different. Or maybe she's just trying to morph into Simon, because this is another thing. Porsha is an anatomy of a pick-me in the way that she morphs in whatever her man wants her to believe or what she believes. Now she's doing Afrobeat. She's dancing. She's trying to be this best mom. She's doing everything she can do to prove that she's the one, that she's a better choice than Falynn, that he made the right decision. The only thing with that mess is, girl, you are dealing with a Gemini they will switch shit up. And I'll be honest with you, if you go back, somebody actually DM'd me and reminded me, Falynn and Simon used to be doing that. Smoking hookah, laughing, drinking, dancing in the house. Simon, like, he's a Gemini. He likes to have a good time and he likes to be around people that have a good time. However, right, you can be with a Gemini, any air sign, actually, any air sign. Geminis get a bad rap, but Libras and Aquariuses do that too. And they will switch shit up on you so quickly. The only thing is, a Gemini won't give you notice. An Aquarius will give you notice because they'll do the slow ghost, the moonwalk slowly out your life. A Libra will start arguments with you and try and like slowly start to leave. A fucking Gemini will just wake up one day and be like, can't stand your dumb ass. Walk out for milk and never come back. That's what a Gemini will do for you. So that's why Geminis get the bad rap. But you can do all that. And not even that, Simon already proved that he does not know. Instead of dealing with the situation with that person, he's emotionally immature. So he talks shit to the next woman. She doesn't understand me. She doesn't this. That's one thing you guys can say about Falynn. Believe her or not, it seems like she was genuinely shocked that Simon left her, which lets me know that, Simon, you weren't even discussing what your issues were before. You were just being immature and you just bounced. Porsha's going to have to, Simon will wake up on Tuesday at 9:01 and leave your ass by 9:08 and put the house up for sale by 10 a.m., all while he's having his morning coffee, right? Listen, Tiara, it is a one-sided competition. Listen, Simon is very demeaning to Porsha. I mean, grabbing her woohoo in pictures. I agree with that. Simon, listen, I don't think it has anything to do with him actually being from Africa. I just think Simon's a hot mess. He's a hot mess. And apparently, again, we've all deposed he's not a billionaire, but for whatever it is, he has enough liquid assets that people let him do that. You know what they say? People are only as faithful as their options, and people are only as nice as the people around them make them be, right? But listen, don't feel attacked, Tiara. This is not literally a Gemini thing. I think all air signs do this, but the thing is, Geminis don't give you any notice, or at least they do, but nobody ever takes the hints. That's not true. Geminis do give notice that they're getting sick of you, but nobody ever gives them the hints. You know what I'm saying? What did Porsha and Gumbo do today? Funny you say that, R. Let's see. Yeah, I see why he's grabbing his wrist. But here's the thing. It's all Cancer game. The reason why she's grabbing his wrist and stuff, because if I know Cancer's right, she is literally putting it on him in bed. And for whatever reason, she's becoming who she thinks Simon wants her to be. And somehow she's let Simon know it's all fake, but I think somehow she's let Simon to believe that his touch just turns her on so much and it's so electric that he thinks she likes it. Yo, okay, so let's see. Hold on. Really quick. Let's see what Porsha and Bubba Gump are doing today. Why I have y'all on the phone. Let's see. Also, you guys, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm always doing these damn lives, so y'all might as well. And I have new videos up too. Are y'all watching the encore? I know I'm going to do Love After Lockup and probably the encore because I want to support a Black producer, Carlos Crean. Are y'all watching any of the shows? Do y'all even watch show recaps? Is that the wrong audience for this? Scorpio sun. Simon gets bored easy. And that's another thing. Porsha is doing a straight money grab because you could not tell me. I would not marry him. I think it's more attractive. Porsha after the whole Bolo thing. I think so too. I honestly do think that. I do think that, right? You watch Encore? Yo, I love Encore. I really want to start reviewing Jocelyn's Cabaret, but there's only so many hours in the day. Jocelyn's Cabaret, it's reality TV. My best friend put me down on that. And because at first I was like, I'm not watching that mess, even though I like Jocelyn. My best friend sat me down in the middle of the night and like made me watch it. I was hooked. There was so much good stuff going on. Okay, hold on, you guys. Let's see what Bubba Gump is up to. Since I have y'all on the line, let's go. Because you know I love, you know why I love the Porsha and Simon situation? Because there's something very satisfied. This is almost like an act, a tragedy in 3 acts, right? You steal this girl's husband. You guys flaunt your love. And the downfall is going to be glorious. Again, I'm not wishing anybody get hurt. I'm really not, right? I hope Porsha recovers from it. But there is something almost like a Greek tragedy. It's like watching a real life soap opera. And I am here for it. But let's see what Mr. Iori's up to. Ugh, being insufferable. You know, I'm not joking. My travel blogs are going to be up next week. The level of places that they go, I don't know. I've been to better places. Impress me. Literally, here's the thing about me. I love being impressed. If you're going to show me something, I want to see something I've never seen. Now, it doesn't need to be spectacular. You could take me to your village and show me where they're cooking biscuits on stones on the ground. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is amazing. I've never seen this. You can show me where you're going to your little humble village and making ice cream out of bee pollen and the leaves on the ground. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. Or you can take me to like some far off exotic shit I've never seen in my life. And I'll be like, oh my God, I didn't know Mars had 7 lakes. What? And the oceans are made out of whipped cream and the lakes are made out of caramel. Oh my God, I've never seen this shit. I'm impressed with stuff that I've never seen, no matter how big or how small. For Simon and Porsha to be big pimping, and I'm looking like, I saw this shit when I was 23. You cannot be kidding me. Show me something I haven't seen. Show me something I haven't seen before, right? But let's get back to my assignment because I never understand it, which is to see what they are up to. I don't know. They ain't up to shit. Anyway, enough about them. They're not up to shit. They're just being boring with their average vacations, wanting everybody to be jealous of them. And I find it so funny. I find it funny and I'm here for it. I'm here. I will say something. Porsha is good TV. I do think that they're making a mistake by flaunting their relationship so much. Yes, it's good for me and my YouTube channel because it gives y'all something to talk about. It gives me something to talk about. But as far as the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they're flaunting their relationship so much that when the season starts, unless there's going to be drama, I really don't have interest in what the relationship is anymore. It's like, I get it. You guys are faking. You guys are happy. What else is there to do? You know what? What else, right? Yes. He's not taking her any place new or ultra. They're doing affordable locations. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with affordable. Me and my family do affordable all the time. But y'all know how it is. If you're supposed to be like dating someone who has deep pockets, well, show me. And again, it's also unimaginative, which is weird for a Gemini because usually Geminis have a lot of again. You can take me to your village and only has 78 people and show me the way y'all make ice cream out of the fucking sticks that fall on the ground only every 6th moon of the 4th month of every 3rd year. And I will be impressed with that because I've never seen this. It's not about the money. It's about the fact that I've never seen it. But since you are playing Daddy Warbucks and you got all this money and you're showing your villa on Wendy Williams as a response, then guess what? I'm going to need to see those 7 lakes of Mars. I'm going to need to see that you have, like, literally impress me. That's what we're doing. You want me to be impressed with your wealth? Impress me, impress me, which makes me think with Porsha, has she ever actually even seen? Now, I say that I know Porsha has more money than me, right? I know Simon has more money than me, but does Simon have more money than my man? That's the question. I'm guessing no. But listen, here's the thing. Show me something different. Show me something different. Y'all have more money than me, but y'all, you know what I'm saying? Show me something different. What is Porsha's season going to be all about though, right? I don't know what her season is going to be. Her being in love. Again, that's always her storyline. And then her falling out with Simon. I don't find Simon that funny. I don't find them interesting. I think they're gross together. He makes her move like a dinosaur. And he makes her look like she smells like Egyptian mush. Y'all said it before. You know, like the oils that they sell on the train and on the store that when they first put it on you, you're like, wow, y'all could bottle this and sell this. But then 20 minutes later, it starts smelling like sweat. Yeah, that's what she's like. I don't know. They just downgrade each other, right? Let's see. Offer free trips. I'll do. Listen, and honestly, wait, look, most of those places offer free trips. All you have to do is go to a class or two. You'll get free food. They might, no lie, her story, right? she hasn't shown off any gifts because that's the thing. Simon's not giving her gifts. Isn't that funny? You took her to a villa, right? And they're listen, on my travel blogs, you'll see this is if you do not like crowds, this is the time. Even for the villa and them tossing him up in the club. The reason why I find that so pathetic is because I've been traveling during the pandemic a lot, right? I'm getting my PCRs test every other week. But during the pandemic, even overseas, the clubs are lame. They had the DJ and the lights going, and there's 12 people in the club. Everything is a little bit lamer. If you don't enjoy crowds, this is the time to travel. But the fact that they're on these resorts and you guys are you guys don't got to lie to kick it. I know the resorts, there's only 6 people in the whole resort. Again, if you don't like crowds, that's a good thing. But back to what I was saying, right? Who said this? Porsha isn't pregnant. She's just, who thinks she's so freaky? Like, Janelle said she's his nurse. Her what nurse? Let's see. I don't believe I'm going to watch this Porsha special. But did Porsha actually get a special? Did she? I will say also with Porsha, but she's not advertising it though. Yeah, Simon just doesn't. Again, show me something real. If you're going to impress me and you're talking about being like, yeah, get up on this. This is like me doing my travel blogs and talking down to everybody and this and that. And you're like, all right, bitch, if you're so bad, show me some shit we've never seen before. If I'm going to be placing myself out there and it's just not giving anything. Oh, wait, Porsha did get a special? Yeah, what's up, Danielle Gigi? What's up, Gigi? Daniel Gigi, what's going on? Welcome, England. Yay. Yo, let's see. Hold on. Let's see did Porsha get a special? Let's see. Did Porsha? I feel like I'm sitting here talking to my best friend because when we're talking, we'll be on the couch on our phones like, yo, did you see this? Did you see this? Hold on. Did Porsha get a special on Bravo? When was it? No. This was reported on May 11th, but remember when Bravo put their list out of new things that are going to be taping? Candy was on that list with her old lady gang, but Porsha's wasn't on there. So maybe it was the public backlash or whatever, but that's special. And don't forget also Real Housewives of Atlanta are set to start filming in a few weeks or a few months. No, that was in May 12th, but Bravo released its slate of new shows and Porsha wasn't on there. So I don't think. Yeah, it was. Thank you, Currents. It was just rumor. No, you're right, Leticia. That's what it was supposed to be, but it didn't get greenlit. It didn't get greenlit. Again, I think that Porsha was playing to be an activist, but I think what happened, y'all, there's 161 people. Make sure y'all hit the like button, please, in my live stream. And if you're watching this on playback, hit the like button. It's right there. No, right here, right? Yeah, she didn't get it. Again, it might be greenlit later, but it wasn't on the list of new shows. And I think it's because it was so much public backlash as to what was happening with Simon. And they're trying to save it for the show. But honestly, if Falyn's not on the show, I really don't care about Porsha and Simon that much. I mean, yeah, to laugh at them and to talk shit because it's fun. But after that, I really don't care to see the Real Housewives of Atlanta edit. And they're talking about they're letting go of some OGs. I saw it the other day and they want to put new people in. Again, they're trying to turn that shit into Love and Hip Hop. I don't see where Simon fits in, but I do know that if Simon does not reach the fame he wants, he will leave Porsha in the dust. And please believe Porsha will be talking shit about Simon and he will be bastardized just like Dennis was, right? No, she didn't get the show. Not to say that she won't get it. It's about Porsha. Listen, Porsha's body language, yes, Taro. Yes, Taro. Grossed out when he gets near her face, he smells or something. And she's always holding her hands. Y'all, thank you, dear Dina. Yeah, she's an actor, this. But here's the thing. I thought that Porsha got that acting thing, the activist thing, because no lie, I think that she wanted, it was a way for her to get her own spinoff and she was playing a role. But now with Simon, she can be herself and still get her special, or so she thought. I also think that when that Soul of Bravo hit, Bravo was like, "Ooh, let's move away from politicizing the Black Lives Matter thing." You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Go to page 6. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to do that. Let's see. Porsha Williams. I don't like page 6. They're racist. I don't like the way they talk about Meghan Markle. Let's see what page 6. Nope. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, that was May 11th. This page 6 article, Leticia, is dated May 11th, but Bravo released after that. I think that May 15th or whatever, they released their schedule for new shows, and she didn't get it. They didn't get it. So it hasn't been green with it, right? Hey, Common Thread Speech, what's going on there? Lala still, culture life. Yeah, no, I don't. Hey, Lala, culture light, and yeah, you don't have it. Okay, I thought you did. So then, what's tea? What's tea? Spill then. What's tea? I thought that you guys, like, the families didn't get along, and it was like that, because I know I have some cousins that can't stand my ass. So I was just like, I don't know. Maybe I was projecting, because I know, myself included, plenty of people were like, we don't talk to that side of the family or that side of the family. So I was probably projecting. Everyone, Lala still is here, but let it comment thread speech. Hey, girl. But you've yet to see Porsha's and Simon's pelvis touch when they hug. Do you know why that is? Because Porsha's belly is in the way, and quiet as it's kept, Simon's belly is in the way. Have you ever noticed that Porsha's been photoshopping or face tuning Simon's face and his body so that he looks like he doesn't have his oldest uncle body? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Your name is ringing in these YouTube. Is it really? How's it ringing, Mystery Hill? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, well, Lala, still spill. What's tea? If you want, you are always welcome to come, and we can do a live where you give us the tea on Porsha. Bring some childhood pictures too. Does Pilar look like Porsha did when she was young, or does she favor Dennis more, Lala? Always seems to be backing away from what? Backing away from what? Is Encore giving you everything you need? All right, Speak Sister. What's up, Speak Sister? I'm going to review the Encore. I'm going to review it tonight so you guys can watch a review tomorrow if you guys are into that, right? No, Porsha fixed Simon's teeth. That's another thing. If Simon had all that money, why is his teeth just now getting fixed? These are questions. Okay. You guys do love Encore? Okay. Porsha, you said Pilar looks like Porsha's sister, baby. Does she? Okay, I'll take it for then. Okay. Tosh Grant said, we love Encore. The cool, because Lala, come and speak. What's tea, Lala? Simon is lying about Jalen sleeping because I watched the video of his ex-wife's video, and he was asking her why Jalen's bag was in their car. Oh, really? Ooh. I do believe so. I can spot a cheap, not even a cheap man. I can spot a cheap person from miles away, partly because I'm so generous. So I can spot a cheap person. Don't ask me why. Simon is cheap. I guarantee y'all something. Simon's not going to give Porsha anything that he cannot use or enjoy himself. Think about it. If somebody taking you on vacation is nice, but if Simon likes to go on vacation, if it wasn't Porsha, it would have been somebody else. A car you can take back. Purses, bags, shoes, that's something that the woman, Simon's not going to give Porsha any gifts he cannot enjoy for himself. That's a mark of a cheap man. Even when they're like, oh my God, but he took me on these great vacations. Yeah, but he was going to take somebody else anyway. So he's not really giving you anything. You're entertaining him doing Afro beats in the pool, dancing and being his entertainment. But what did he actually really give you that you can only enjoy yourself? He's given her nothing to date. But let's see. Maybe when she comes back for his birthday, he'll give her like knowing Simon, he's probably going to give her a Bentley, but in the same color as Falynn's or a different color. No one. But even if somebody gives you a car, if you didn't pay cash, to me, it looks like it's lease, and I don't consider that a real gift, you know? I do not believe he has all that. Well, y'all already know what I think of Simon and his finances. So, you know, I have money. You have, yet you earn your money. Exactly. Gloria, listen, I don't believe that people should take gifts back. I really don't. If you give somebody a gift and you fall out, you have to charge that to a game, whether you're man or woman. I think it's so weird to take gifts back. But I mean, I agree. If you give somebody a gift, that's on you, unless it was like given under false pretenses. But even then, let's just say you gave somebody a gift and you found out they were doing you dirty. Do you really have time to go and repossess? Yes, if I gave somebody a car, maybe, because a car is like a big portion of how much money I have. But somebody like Sweetie's boyfriend, Sweetie, whoever she was dating, Quavo or like whoever, you're a multimillionaire and you're worried about this little car. It almost seems like more trouble to go and repossess the car than just to go about your business. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like me giving somebody like a pair of shoes or like a nice outfit. Am I going to take my time and go take that shit back? No, it's costing me more money and time to go and try to repossess it, you know? I want to know what Kenya has to say. You know. Well, this is another thing, Jackie, why I said I think Simon's broke. I was just talking about this with my boyfriend. Nobody that has money that lives in the US leaves the US to go get dental work, especially to go get those teeth done. Let me tell you why. Because when you get those teeth done, there's a lot of maintenance that goes into it. Or sometimes you get it done and you need to get them adjusted. Nobody's going to go overseas because you want your dentist close at hand. You want them to be able to make adjustments. And what's more, if anything happens, you want to be able to get to them easily. There is quality dental work in the US. The only reason you go overseas is because you get a significant discount. They do the same work, but they do it for like a third, an eighth, a tenth of the price. The fact that Simon was so worried about that price that he flew overseas lets me know two things. One, to your point, he's either super, super cheap. And that I don't like cheap people. Or two, you're actually counting your money, which makes you see you don't have the money. Now, if any of y'all come in my comments and you're just like, but rich people, let me tell y'all something. It is a poor person's fantasy. And I say that as a former, sometimes current, and maybe future broke person, right? Rich people spend money more than anyone. Who do you think is buying these $80 million houses? Who do you think are buying these private jets? Who do you think are buying these yachts? Who do you think that they are making runway couture shows for when there's $100,000 gowns walking down the thing and $20,000 track sheets? Do you really think that everybody in the hood and the trailer park buying $500 Gucci belts is keeping Gucci in business? It is a poor person, not even poor, it is a working class person's fantasy that if you're rich, they don't buy this shit. Now, granted, rich people might be wearing head to toe Gucci, but I guarantee you they're wearing head to toe some shit that you don't even know about because there's no label. The shit costs more than your whole life. And only other people that can walk into that store and look and see, oh shit, you're wearing a $40,000 jacket. You're wearing an $80,000 watch. Rich people flaunt their money more than you think. That's why they hold on to their money so much. What do you think that, like, but rich people play games with other rich people. They're not trying to impress the person at the supermarket with an Hermes belt. That's for us. They're wearing a $30,000 belt that we wouldn't even recognize because it just looks like regular. That's what rich people do. So I'm sick of people being like, rich people don't spend their money. And of course they spend their money. That's why luxury goods were invented. Because at the end of the day, rich people have so much money that rather than feed the homeless or give it to someone poor or give it a thing, they'd rather spend it on luxury bags and items because they want to flaunt their money. Let's get that straight. Poor people are not the only people they floss. Just like my dad always told me, when you see someone do something very ridiculous with money or very, very tacky when it comes to love, it's either the people have too much money or not enough. The middle class are the ones that try to abide by respectability. When you see someone buy something super gaudy that's a waste of money, they're either uber rich or they're uber poor. But either way, there's that nexus. When you see somebody leaving the dad for the stepmother and all this other shit and ghetto Jerry Springer shit, two things: they either have too much money or not enough. I'll stand by it, right? Listen, that's right, R. He gotta be a bad bitch to get that peach. He's like, cha-ching. Exactly. Listen, rich people don't announce what they wear, but trust and believe that when we're showing off our little YSL purses and our Gucci belts, they're chuckling to themselves like, my socks cost more than your whole outfit. Trust and believe. Rich people don't flaunt it. But here's the thing, in a weird way, they don't flaunt it to the poors, but they make sure that they shop in the stores that other rich people know about. So when we walk into a room, right, everybody else is just used to seeing Hermes and Gucci and Prada and all the labels. You might not know what I'm wearing, but that other person that can afford to shop in the boutique when a t-shirt is $30,000, they know what the fuck you're wearing. And that's what you're thinking. So you're not flossing for everybody. You're flossing for the people that know. Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, right? Simon's dancing. How can I do this, Simon? This is Simon's dancing. And then he thinks he's turning it up. He already has like kind of like an Uncle Fester body, but when he dances, he puts on the hunch. And then he goes like this because he thinks he's turning it up, just hunching, getting his hunch on. And then he'll do hold on, I need my cigar. Hold on. And then you see Porsha trying to handcuff his hands behind his back so she don't got to feel his touch, right? But that's Simon. And then he'll be like, this is living. This is living. Why the Afro beats? It's jamming, just hunched over. That's Simon, right? That is Simon. That is what he does. That's the way he dresses, his Uncle Fester body. And Porsha trying to like bind his hands. Porsha is probably in there with Lauren as her assistant, doing spells, trying to cast potions to bind Simon's hands together so he stopped touching her. Please believe, right? He looked, Jessica K, I agree. What's up, Jessica K? I like Jackie Bishop. I agree there's something, but here's the thing. I think Simon likes playing that up. Makes him think he looks like a boss, even with his dumb cigars. Okay, Simon, you hang around people that never smoke Cubans. I get it, but everybody else smokes cigars. Like, get out of here, right? Thank you, Anita. I'm just saying. Listen, Lauren is her familiar sitting next to her, and they are casting spells. So I'm like, PJ, don't mess up the binding circle. Get out of here. They are casting spells, trying to bind Simon's hands while he's doing. Let's put some in honor of him. Oh, remember that video where, let me pull it up. There was a video where Porsha was dancing How She Feels. Does anybody know this song? Because I actually really like it. Hold on, y'all. What's this song? Busso. What is that song? I don't know. Listen. What is that song? I listen to Afro beats as a music genre. I don't know the artist. What is it? What is it? Busso, how I feel. What is that song? I love that song. I need to put that on. That song was the jam. I said, all right, Simon, you did something right? Simon does look like the creature. Oh my God. He looks like, what is it? Not the Borg. Klingons? No, it wasn't the Klingons. The Romulans. Simon looks like a Romulan from Star Trek, The Next Generation. Did y'all ever watch? Let me pull up this Romulan. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Busso. Hold on. Let me ask for my thing. Hold on really quick. Let me pull the can. I'm going to have to get my charger in my Mac. It's about to go dead. Shamilia. Yeah. Shamilia. That's right. Hold on. Let's see. Busso. What is the name of that song? She don't look sorry. Here's the thing. I agree. Who said it? I agree with something. Porsha's trying to become whoever Simon thinks she is. She really does think that she's turning Simon out, being this free young girl, right? No, come out here. It's in my purse. She really... Can you hand me that straw bag over there? Or look inside. There should be a charger. But wait, hold on. There's an adapter too, because I only have the Spain outlet. Sorry, guys. My laptop's about to go dead. Wait, but hold on. Can you plug it in right here? Thank you. Hold on, y'all. Thank you. God. You're fired. Kick rocks. Let's see. Hold on. We're going to find a Romulan. Hold on. A Romulan. Star Trek The Next Generation. My dad used to make me watch reruns with him. I used to love that show. It's an old show, but my dad made me watch. Here we go. Romulan. Here's the Romulans. Here's the Romulans. Do y'all think he looks like a Romulan? This is Romulan. Or Klingon? Or do you think he looks like a Klingon? I think he looks like a Romulan. There's something about the way his head's shaped. He's a Romulan, right? He's a Romulan. But you guys, what is that song that Porsha was dancing to? How I Feel. Can somebody please tell me? Let's see. Let's see. Let's put on some. Free instrumentals. Nope. Nope, it's not going to work. You know one thing about copyright music? If you want chill or vibe music, they have really good stuff. If you want like anything R&B, yo, you can tell it's free. It's like, nope, turn off, turn off. You don't want that. Let's see. What am I wrong about? Wait, what? Listen, she does. He has her thinking that. But y'all, what is this song? What is it about royalty-free copyright music? Let's put royalty-free Afrobeats. Afrobeats, royalty-free. Here we go. I'm going to be like Porsha, busting it open for Simon. So anyway, let's see. Oh, Shazam. Wait, hold on. He's looking like a hard-boiled egg. Scroll back to what? Klingon. I agree, Laverne is a Klingon. I wish you could use music from me too. Shazam. Okay, I listen to music on my channel though. Oh, Grimace. Hold on. Let's see. Does he look like Grimace? No, Grimace was a lovable bloke. Yo, I'm telling you, he looks like a Romulan. Star Trek Next Generation. Was it Romulan? Who was that guy that was always like, maybe it's not a Romulan. Was it? Let's see. Star Trek. Hold on, we're going to get this. Star Trek Next Generation characters. This is what me and my bestie do all day. Just talk trash. Like we don't have shit to do. Let's do images. Damn, they don't even have the Romulan in here. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this it? No. Anyway, he looks like a Romulan. I can't even find... I guess he's not a Romulan. Yo. Remember Commander Riker? If anybody watched Star Trek The Next Generation, if you know, you know. Commander Riker, first Commander Riker and Counselor Troy, yo, they used to set the screen on fire. He looks like Darth Vader, exactly. Yes, he looks like the Hamburglar. Yes, he does. He's big with a round belly. You know what, Dana? I can see it. Oh my God, you do look like Counselor Troy. Huh? Yes, if you guys know Commander Riker and Counselor Choi, yes. But that's a funny thing. Porsha looks like is shaped like Baby Bop, quiet as is kept. But anyway, y'all, let's see. Oh wait, is there any other mess we need to talk about? Hold on. There might be something else going on. What else is going on? I think that's about it. What else? What else is going on? What else? What else? There was one other thing I wanted to talk to y'all about in these YouTube streets. Let's see this one. This is all copyright-free Afrobeats. Okay. Oh, loading. Thank you, Burnett. Let me write that down. I really like that. The only type Porsha has is whoever is going to take care of her. Don't fool yourself. Loading by Olamide. Thank you, babe. I appreciate that. Tati's back. You talking about Tati, the makeup girl, Tati? Man, she went from son to dad. Yes, she did. Tati is back. I didn't know that she was back. How did she make a? Was she ever really canceled? I mean, I know people tried to cancel her, but she returned to YouTube. I wonder what's going to happen with her return. I need to go see why she even made a return to YouTube. Y'all, Tati is back. Do you know what that means? Shane Dawson is back too, and that means Jeffree Star. I don't understand how Jeffree Star has so many followers. He is so perfectly mean and perfectly horrible. How? Tati's back. But what did she get canceled for? Because that whole James Charles debacle, didn't they find out? What? Was it a lie or not? Yes, where the money this guys. Yes, we discussed Carmello. You're going to have to rewind. We discussed that in the first 10 minutes. I jumped into the mess early. I know everybody's like, no, wait till everybody gets in the stream. But I just had to jump in the mess early. Anyway, I greatly dislike Jeffree Star too. He is the worst. Anyway, listen, I just looked at the time. I have to go eat dinner. It was great having live with you guys. I'm going to get the anchor out and a few other videos. And you guys, let me know in the comments if there's anything you guys want to see or anything you guys want to discuss. And the travel videos will be up next week, as will all of Cancer season, the videos. If you guys are into tarot, go ahead and check out my Cancer season videos. They'll be up in Cancer season, which is next week. All right. Thank you so much, B. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. Girl, Earthwater, I am not cooking. You know what my dad said? Some women know how to make dinner and some women know how to make reservations. And then he kissed me on the head and said, Antisa, you know how to make reservations. I blame it on my dad. I blame it he did not raise his, listen, I love people that can cook, but he did not raise his daughter to be somebody's maid. But I welcome people that hire maids. Thank you so much, Waltall Girl. Thank you so much, Dana. And B, thank you so much. And Night Mag, thank you, Sammy Joe. Good night. And Hot Spicy Tea. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I say my goodbye. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Bye, Jackie. Bye, everybody. Okay.